Ew, you got a diamond engagement ring? How to thousands of you. I'm obviously joking, but today I'm going to talk to you about why I did not get a diamond engagement ring and why you may also be able to find the ring of your dreams with Kristin Coffin jewelry. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Eshi, and I would love it if you hit that thumbs up button if you are also interested in talking about alternative engagement rings. So first of all, why did I not go the route of a big diamond engagement ring from a major jewelry store? If you know anything about me, I am always trying to score a deal. So the first major reason was because of the cost. The price of these engagement rings at stores like Tiffany's, Kay Jewelers, you name it, you know all the big brand names, they're like 2 to 3 times more expensive than I was willing to pay. I went into, I think it was Kay Jewelers, just to get my finger size. And the ring I tried on was like the tiniest little puny little ring, and it was $9,000. And to me, that bang was not worth the buck. Another reason I avoided the traditional route is because diamond mining and metal mining is incredibly bad for the environment. And historically speaking, some of these mines have caused some of the worst atrocities and genocides for the people working in the mines and for the people living around them. I actually go more into detail about that in the last video I made about this ring, so if you're interested in that, I will leave the link right here. I also show some clips from when I first got the ring and when I first told my friends that we were gonna get engaged, so if you wanna see some cute clips, click on that link. I did think about going the vintage ring route because obviously buying something that's already created and ready to go is like the most sustainable thing that you can do. I also knew that moissanites were an option, and if you don't know what a moissanite is, again, I go into more detail in my previous video, but it is the second hardest gemstone right after diamonds, very close to diamonds. And it has a very similar look and shine to it. You can barely tell the difference between a moissanite and a diamond. I also knew that lab-grown diamonds were a thing, and they were way more ethical than mining a diamond, and I also knew that recycled metal jewelry was a thing, so that kind of got me thinking. I was literally just scrolling through Instagram one day when I found this magical post, and go figure, that is actually the exact ring style that I ended up with, just in a different gemstone, and I've had this ring now for a year and a couple months, so I figured it would be a great time to give you guys a review of Kristin Coffin jewelry and my absolute dream engagement ring. And I am definitely not sponsored. These are all my real opinions from having bought one, so you could trust me on that one. So first of all, who is Kristin Coffin and what do they make? Kristin Coffin is actually a jewelry designer herself, and she studied metalsmithing in college. Did you know that was a degree? Because I did not, and I wish I did. She began selling her designs in 2007, and since then, she has built a small team of jewelers all in the US that make up Kristin Coffin jewelry. All of her pieces specialize in vintage and nature-inspired designs. They mostly have engagement rings and wedding bands, but they also have some necklaces and bracelets. All of her pieces focus on conflict-free and lab-grown gemstones as well as recycled metals. And that was honestly why I was drawn to her. Yes, her rings were freaking gorgeous, but that was the most important part of an engagement ring for me. So let me show you some of the styles of her rings. So obviously there are a lot of different styles and prices to these rings. Like I said before, she has a lot of vintage inspired pieces, and that's personally what I'm drawn to. And she also has a lot of rings that have that halo design, which I also personally love. And the other thing that really drew me to her is that not only does she have regular diamond engagement rings, she also has moissanite and a lot of different colored gemstones, and I kind of had my heart set on getting a colored gemstone. All of her rings come with options for 14 karat gold, silver, and rose gold, as well as 18 karat gold. And then there's also platinum options. Another cool customizable option that she has is that you can have diamonds on the band of your ring, or what they call the shank, and that can go halfway, 3/4 of the way around each ring that you choose. And for the diamonds that go on the band of your ring and some of the accent diamonds on your piece, you can actually choose to get it either Canadian mined or lab grown, which I think is such a cool thing for you to be able to choose. And like I said before, she has so many different options of center gemstones. So if you like a particular style, more than likely she will do that style in not only just diamond, but all of the other gemstone options. So you can get it in sapphire, you can get it in moissanite. There's just so many options. And I'll talk about this a little bit later too, but she is really good with customizing things if you reach out to her. Basically what I'm trying to say is if you're into these vintagey designs, you can probably create the ring of your dreams here. The price of the ring is all really going to depend on the specifications that you go with for your ring. It can depend on the center stone, the carat weight, it can depend on if you do accent diamonds all the way around your ring, and it can depend on the metal you go with too. And one last thing that's specific to her style that I think is kind of cool, she has a couple options of rings where instead of doing like a classic smooth band, she has this twig design that she does, and it's very nature inspired. So there's a lot of rings that have that twig backing instead of like a clear normal band. And I honestly think that twig design on the back may hide scratches much better than a regular smooth band, so something to take note of. So now I'm going to tell you exactly what I got and how much it cost me, because I am absolutely going to give you the real tea on the prices. So I got the Rosalind with the gray moissanite center in platinum metal. The center stone is an Asher step cut, so think like Hall of Mirrors reflection style. The center stone has a 1.3 carat equivalent, and if you don't know what a carat is, it's basically measuring the mass of the stone. I did not go with any diamonds around the band of my ring, but the accent diamonds around the gray moissanite are all lab-grown diamonds. Those diamonds have a carat equivalent of 0.33, so in total, my ring is around 1.63 carats. I didn't go with any diamonds on the band of the ring because those are a lot more delicate, and because you're hitting your hand on different things, those have a way bigger probability of falling off, and I just didn't want to deal with all that, so no diamonds on the shank for me. I also go into this way more in my previous ring video, so I would highly recommend watching that one first. But I went with platinum as my metal because if I scratch this, none of the platinum is actually being taken off the ring. I can always go back in and polish it and it'll be literally like brand new. Whereas with 14 karat gold, silvers, rose golds, even 18 karat gold, that's not really the case. You're actually scratching off some of the gold. The base price for my ring was $2,900, but remember I upgraded to platinum, so my total cost was $3,500. And I was so totally okay to pay that price. It was so much less than what I was seeing at these big jewelry brands or even online, and my ring I thought was way prettier. So next, let me talk a little bit about the customer service that I encountered with Kristin Coffin jewelry. And spoiler alert, it was probably the best customer service I've experienced in all of my life. So I first reached out to her because I was a little unsure of what the options were, and I was looking at the gray moissanite, but I wasn't sure if she had any lighter stones that weren't as dark of gray. I just had a lot of questions, so I sent her an email through her website. She responded to my email within 24 hours, and she was so thorough in all of her explanations. I was asking her about a salt and pepper diamond versus a moissanite, versus what size I should go with, all of these questions, and she took the time to explain exactly the differences between the gemstones, between all of the metals that I was looking into. Every single question was answered, and she went above and beyond to really take the time to explain all of the nuances. Because I'm sure you know, if you're not like a gemologist, picking out an engagement ring is freaking confusing, and she is so good at explaining everything. And bless her heart, at that time she also happened to have a couple different gray moissanites that were varying degrees of gray, and she sent me videos showing the difference of the gray in the sunlight so I could pick which exact gemstone was going to go into my ring. To me, it really showed her passion for her design and making sure that every single customer was completely satisfied. And this is also what I was kind of talking about when it comes to customization with her. I will see a lot of times on her Instagram, she will make announcements saying, hey, I have a number of these specific gemstones, and if you want these specific gemstones, reach out to me and I will work with you and we will create this ring. I have seen her do that with so many different colors of moissanites and sapphires. So if you don't already follow her on Instagram, highly recommend it because she posts her first announcements there and you can really be the first one on the bandwagon if she has a new gemstone. And she also posts a lot of helpful information about rings, about gemstones, about metals in general on her website, as well as a lot of cute little short videos on her Instagram. So like I said, if you're not seeing the exact kind of ring that you want on her website, absolutely reach out to her and she will let you know what is possible. So now I'm going to tell you about how I ordered and received the package. By the time I clicked purchase on the website and the package got shipped to me, it was exactly 4 weeks, which honestly is fantastic timing. I did not have to plan ahead of time, like, at all. Usually I plan like way in advance, but I literally looked at engagement rings maybe like for a week, for 2 weeks before making this decision, and then I ordered it, and then I got it right in time for our 10-year anniversary. So that worked out beautifully. When you get in the package, you do have to make sure someone is home to sign for the package, or if you live in an apartment building, the front desk will absolutely have to sign for it and like keep it with them, because she doesn't want your engagement ring to be lost. She'll give you a tracking number and everything so that you can watch it get shipped to you, get notification so that you're there right on time to pick up your ring. And the packaging I got was adorable. The little cute velvet ring box is also very vintagey inspired, and I have heard that since I got my ring, they've actually updated their packaging, so it is even more adorable now. So I'm jealous of you guys that will be ordering your ring soon. And I have absolutely no complaints about the process for purchasing it online and getting my package shipped so fast. Next up, I'll give you a quick review of whether I ended up even liking the style of my ring. So first, I'll talk to you about the metal. Silver is definitely my preferred jewelry color. When I do wear gold jewelry, I am not someone who really cares too much about mixing metals, so I will absolutely wear this ring with gold jewelry. But if you are someone that kind of minds, a trick that I've found is wearing one statement piece of jewelry that mixes the metals for you. For example, I have this beautiful Shinola watch that has both silver and gold, and it is definitely another eye-catching piece. And by wearing this watch, I'm also able to wear like a gold necklace or gold earrings, and it all kind of looks like it goes together. But in general, this ring has gotten so many compliments. I mean, you can't deny it's eye-catching. Whether you hate colored gemstones or not, it's something out of the norm. So I am always seeing people do like double takes on my engagement ring and like trying to glance at it when I'm not looking. And let me tell you, if I meet you in person, please ask to see my ring. It would make my freaking day. I want to show this thing off. So please stop me and be like, can I see your ring? It's beautiful. And I've honestly found that by wearing this piece, I have scaled back wearing other jewelry just because it is such a statement piece. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to overdo it, so I will wear less of all the other jewelry and just wear this ring, which makes my life easier for sure. And the choice of gray gemstone absolutely goes with my personality. I'm not very traditional. I love different colors, and yes, I know it's just gray. It's not like it's bright pink or anything, but I do like that it's slightly different enough to catch your eye and to make you look at it. And the halo of diamonds around it kind of accentuate the fact that it's a dark color. It looks very mysterious in some lights. So am I satisfied with my choice? That would be a hell yes. And now let me talk to you about the durability of this ring after a year and a couple months. So something to know about platinum, it is softer than gold. And I did say before, if you scratch platinum, it can absolutely be polished back into shape, and it's not like you're losing some of your ring. But it does scratch much easier than gold. And unfortunately, I have scratched it up a little bit. The one reason that I scratched this ring up is such an embarrassing story, but I'll tell you anyway. So one night, maybe like a couple months after I got this ring, I was wearing it out for a night out on the town, and I was a little tipsy, and I was wearing some like really big chunky wedges, and I decided to run across the sidewalk to catch up with a friend, and the sidewalk was uneven and I didn't see it, and I face planted. And of course I face planted like this because I caught myself, as one does, and what do you think hit the cement? So yes, if you look very carefully, I do have some scratches, very minor scratches to be honest, on the bottom side of the band. But what platinum does around some of those scratches, or just in general over time, is that it patinas into a nice matte finish instead of like the really shiny platinum that you get at the very beginning. And honestly, I don't even mind a nice matte silvery finish, but if I were to go get this polish, it would be right back to new. And for that matter, people always recommend that you go get your engagement ring cleaned every 6 months to a year. I have not done that yet, but I will soon. That will also help your ring stay looking like new. And thank God I have no scratches on my center stone or any of my halo diamonds. Knock on wood. And again, that's thanks to the fact that moissanites are the second hardest gemstone on Earth. And I don't think I have to worry too much about it getting scratched. Again, knocking on wood. And that is my full review of my beautiful Kristin Coffin ring and the company as a whole. I highly recommend you go with Kristin Coffin because on top of being sustainable, environmentally friendly, and conflict-free, you're gonna have a freaking eye catcher of a ring. I really hope that this was helpful for you in your process in finding your dream engagement ring. And if you do end up getting a ring from her and you reach out to her, tell her that I sent you. That would like make my day if you told her that I sent you to her website. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if this helped you out even a little bit, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And if you are interested in other wedding related videos, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you have any other requests for me, do not forget to leave a comment down below. Also, tell me what kind of ring you want. Listen, we'll keep it between us, but I want to know if you want like a colored gemstone or just a diamond ring, you know, what kind of shape you want. Tell me, because I freaking love looking at engagement rings. Even though I already have one, I am still scrolling, looking at all the engagement rings. So tell me your favorite shape. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. And if you ever want me to drop any hints for your partner, let me know. I'm your girl. I will send some DMs. Believe me, I'll do it. So let me know. And I hope you guys have an amazing day.